Good morning, investors and traders. This is Naeem Asam live from London, and happy Friday to you all. Remember last Friday, at this particular moment, we were discussing about how the stock market is in absolute in a carnage stage. Because what was happening last week, we were on track, folks, to record one of the worst weeks since March. Now, of course, traders and investors took that as an opportunity coming into this week, because starting from Monday this week, we saw this upsurge upticks coming into it. And now the NASDAQ index, which is also known as your tech index, because obviously it represents the top 100 American tech companies in the United States, is on track to record the best week since April this year. So obviously, investors were very busy throughout this week to bag some bargains, bag some of those names which were selling at a much higher price. And when they saw these names selling at a much lower discount price, they literally came in. Having said this, the current rally that we have experienced throughout this week is very much driven by the tech sector, as I've explained, because I still do not see much momentum coming into tourism or in hospitality sector, because both of these sectors are still very much underwater. So what these sectors are really waiting for news on a potential vaccine, which, by the way, is very much imminent. We can hear that news any day, any time this week, or perhaps next week. And the moment that we'll get that news, we should see massive momentum for the tourism and hospitality sectors. And names like Norwegian cruise lines, which is down by 70% year to date, Royal Caribbean, which is again down by well over 60%, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, United Airlines, and over in Europe, you have Wizz Air, you have EasyJet, and of course Ryanair. They are still selling at a massive discount, with the reception of Ryanair, which is down only by 10% from year to date. But rest of the names that I've mentioned, whether we are talking about Marriott, whether we're talking about IHG Hotel Group, they are all still selling at a massive discount, and that is the opportunity. Now, in terms of the US elections, it is quite intriguing, because yesterday, Bloomberg and several other media channels, they were saying that Joe Biden is about to clinch a victory. Now, today, that headline has changed. And now what we're reading from these particular channels is that, yes, the election race has become once again immensely close, while Donald Trump continues to call mail-in vote as a fraud. The legal battle is on. So it could be days to weeks before we actually get the results. But on the other side, Joe Biden is only one seat away to push Donald Trump off his seat and potentially could become the president of the United States. But all of that is very much hinged on this legal battle, where Supreme Court will deliver its verdict with respect to mail-in vote and all of the other aspects of the elections. But from traders and investors' perspective, yes, Joe Biden is still in the lead, and that is what is very much priced into the market. Now, with respect to the precious metal, and I'm speaking of gold, we are seeing this massive momentum to the upside, because prices have broken the key level of 1900 yesterday, something again we've discussed in our daily videos with yourselves in the technical analysis. Now the price is trading at 1940, and the moment that we cross the 1950 price level, the next price that we will be looking at will be 2000, and after that, all-time high. Now, speaking of the all-time high, Bitcoin, the beast that we all know, is once again continuing its bull momentum. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video, the technical analysis video, which I did several weeks back before this bull run, it was the time when the price literally crossed above the 50-day simple moving average on the daily time frame, and I pointed out that, look, the bull run is here. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you to do that. And I've also done a follow-up video today on Bitcoin prices. But overall, the current bull run is about all-time high, because the prices are about to cross that 16,000 mark. And But when we look at this whole entire situation, yes, that we are trying to achieve the all-time high, but the bull run in a bigger scale is not about all-time high. It is about achieving that 50,000 price level. And of course, before we reach that 50,000 price level, we have several different psychological price levels to cross, such as 25,000, then followed by the 30,000. Once we cross above the 30,000, it is all about 40,000 and 50,000 price levels. That's all for today. See you guys next week. Stay safe.